Hey, once again, guys, it's me, Adogaming Kingdom, and I'm here to review a game I actually know about, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. Now, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword starts you off pretty interestingly. It starts off, rolling credits, and does it? Anyway, we find Zelda sitting at the statue of a goddess. She's playing a harp, singing the ballad of the goddess, when her lost wing comes and she delivers a message to you. Well, it starts with you are asleep, right? So, you're asleep and you're having this dream where this godly spirit, which is Fi, her name's Fi, not Fi, and she decides to tell you it's time to awaken, insert name here. And then you see Demise, this giant creature, also known as the Imprisoned, come out of the ground. I'm probably getting all this mixed up in the wrong order, but, So, as this happened, you wake up to the sound of a bird screeching, which spits a letter out at you. Then after that, you realize it's the bird wing ceremony day, and that you were supposed to meet Zelda about an hour ago, probably. So, as you go meet Zelda, you meet Zelda, and she is singing once again. And she's telling you about how you haven't practiced enough for the ceremony, and she's really nervous about you losing when her father shows up and all this, and she pushes you off a cliff. And basic. Little bitch. When she pushes you off the cliff, you can't fly. Your lost wing won't show up. So, she has to dive down to save you with her own freaking lost wing. Yeah, go figure. So as she comes down and catches you, she wonders what's happened to yours. Obviously, you are too. As well as the headmaster, who is her father, yes. So, you go off on a search for your lost wing and find him, and you find a cave, eventually near a waterfall. And at the end of that cave is your lost wing that was captured and tied up by none other than Groose, your rival in this game. He does not exactly admit to getting your bird trapped in the pen, but he hints towards it very well. Now, afterwards, you compete in the race and you win. When you win, you and Zelda are on top of the tower, or not the tower, the statue, my bad. And she gets all up in your face like she's about to kiss you, and then she pushes you off the freaking tower. Fucking bitch. And yeah. Afterwards, you fall off and you land safely, and you two decide to go for a fly or a ride, where she gets sucked into a black tornado. Yeah. So that night, after you wake up that night, the headmaster tells you to go back to sleep because you need the rest to look for her. When you're awoken by this strange voice, or this strange feeling, more or less, it leads you out into the hallway, where you find Fi floating there. So you follow her, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't follow a freaking blue and purple floating spirit that could possibly kill you? And you end up going inside of the goddess statue, where you find the goddess's sword, where you pull it out, and Fi goes. Fine, try. I call her Fi a lot. She goes into the sword. Typical woman. But, yeah. After that, your adventure begins, and you fall. And she opens up the cloud barrier below. After flying into the clouds and going below the barrier, you find yourself in the steel grounds where your adventure begins. The search for Zelda. So, with this, you go to find Zelda, obviously, and you find this old woman who is, I'm not going to spoil it, you probably don't know though, but she's an old, almost wooden type of woman right now, and she helps you along the way the whole time, after you help her steal Demise about 1,000 times. Oh my god, that's annoying. You don't even know how annoying that is, but unless you played it, of course. But Legend of Zelda, I'm going to skip a lot just for time reasons, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is an amazing game with motion controls, and I mean, the motion controls really sold it for me, but the bright colors and the happy sounding music, I mean, listen to this. Just listen. Yes, I'm making you look at this. Just listen to how beautiful that music is. It's just amazing in my opinion, but Shigeru Miyamoto made an amazing decision making this game. He probably set the bar really high for the next Zelda game, which will be coming out on Wii U, I believe. I'm not sure what it's talking about other than the Wind Waker remake, which I'm excited for. I hope you all are too. Now, let me tell you about Skyward Sword itself, though. This game is set before any other Zelda game, so keep that in mind. And there are so many hints towards other games about what happens and how things get here and there and here and there and everywhere, and how things got like how they are. It's really interesting, and it shows the assembling of the Triforce, and it shows how Hyrule was created. Pretty much how Hyrule was created, because Hyrule wasn't around in this game. The Highlands weren't around in this game. Or the Hilling, as people call them, I don't know why. But, yeah, this game basically sets the bar high for any other type of fantasy, I don't really call it an RPG game, but it's definitely a game that is hard to live up to. If you haven't bought this game yet, I suggest you do. You know, it came out, what, 2 years ago, a year ago? 2 or 3 years ago, maybe? I don't know. It came out quite a few years ago. You should probably buy it now. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. And I think it's about it. This will most likely also be redone with more time limit, obviously, because my 3DS only gives me a 10-minute time limit. So, that's that. But this has been Adogaming, and I hope you all enjoy.